What's up? Haven't posted a video in a while. Kind of been going through some stuff on my own. Um, Today, after class, I had a kind of a realization of, if you know me, you know I always say I feel like I'm suffocating or I'm drowning and I'm suffering in life. I'm just suffering in life. Everything is just painful, and I just hate life. So today I kind of realized that that suffering is mainly from holding on to an attachment. Um, for me personally, that attachment was the Marine Corps. I couldn't be happy without the Marine Corps. I was nothing without the Marine Corps. I felt like my family and everyone was proud of me in my life at that point in time. And now that I'm out, now that I'm not doing that anymore, I feel like I've been neglected, like I've been forgotten about, like they're not proud of me and I'm not holding up. I had an attachment to social status, what came with being a Marine, like, oh man, you're a Marine, that's badass, like that's pretty cool, all this other stuff. It's an attachment that gave me. Um, Wanting new things in life. Oh, you got to have the new iPhone because this person has it. You become attached to that. You put your happiness into that one thing. It could be a person, it can be a friend, it could be relationships, um, anything that we kind of depend on to ensure our happiness, which is not fair to yourself or to others around you. Um, And I did that a lot. I'm still doing it. And I'm going to try and do better with it now that I realize that I kept hanging on, I keep hanging on to these attachments in order to fill a void that can't be filled by those. If I want to fill that void, I need to do some self research. I need to gain some self awareness and figure out what do I need to do to, one, be proud of myself, two, find something that's organic that makes me happy versus something else, an outside source that I'm requiring to try and make me feel happy. The Marine Corps wasn't the end of my life, but I made it the end of my life. I'm still making it the end of my life because of that attachment I had to it. I felt like I had a purpose when I was there. Now I'm lost. I don't have a purpose. And it's just kind of suffering. Um, Spirituality and religion kind of fills that void for most people. But where I'm at in my life right now, I have questions. Why am I dealing with this hurt if there's a God? Why is this happening if there's a God and all this other stuff? Those are questions and answers that I'm gonna have to seek out for myself, and hopefully that leads to a better life, a peaceful life. But I think we need to learn what our attachments are and figure out how they play out into your life, because we can't depend on anyone else to be proud of us, to make us happy, to fulfill us, our souls, because that is a real thing. Your soul needs to be fulfilled, but you have to be the person to do it. And once we figure those things out, we need to take the time, analyze it, and see how we can better ourselves. And not be so dependent on social status, what people think, what we perceived ourselves to be versus what we actually are. I perceived myself for the longest time to be a failure. I still do on some down days, to think that I'm a failure because I was looking for other people to validate everything that I've done in my life. And I was comparing my success to my peers' success, which we're all successful, but we were successful in different ways. But I wasn't seeing that. I was blinded. Oh, this person has money. This person has this, friends. They're so happy. They get to do this. They get to do that. And look at me. Why am I so broken? Why am I so damaged? Why am I failing at life? We're not failing at life. No one's failing at life. We just have to realize that what we have and what we bring to the table is enough for us right now. Yeah, obviously you want to do better. You want to better your life. You want to succeed, but you have to succeed on your own standards. You have to succeed with what you want, not with what you see others have. But the biggest thing for me today was I realized that my attachment was, validation. Marine Corps, they validated me as a person. They made me feel, like I said, like I was worth something. And I felt like once I got out, my family wasn't making me feel that. My friends wasn't making me feel that way, that I was valued as a person. But I have to find value in myself first if I want others to see the value in me. If I feel that, they don't see the value, which that may not be the case. They may be very proud. They may be, just caught up in their own lives. That happens. But, a person with mental illnesses, vulnerabilities, depression, stuff like that, like if someone doesn't say it, you feel like, oh, well, great. Like they don't care about me. They don't love me. That's most likely not the case. And if it is, find someone who does value you. It may not come out the way you want it to, but you also have to realize that. But that also goes back to becoming self-aware. And I think that's a big thing, especially in the new generations. What we need to do, we need to become self-aware of ourselves. And that was kind of redundant and stupid, but whatever. We need to become self-aware before we try and pin our issues onto someone else or blame someone else for the way we are feeling at the time. So like I said, I make these videos for myself. You guys don't like them, I really don't care. But we definitely need to realize that we can't base our happiness upon attachments. We have to find that inner peace. We need to find what truly makes us feel alive. And so that's what my journey is right now. Today, I am going to pretty much say and state that I am not going to try to fulfill my heart, my soul, my mind with anything else besides me. I'm not gonna let materialistic things control how I feel. I'm not gonna let other people's social status control how I feel. I'm gonna lose all those attachments. I'm dropping that right now. I'm gonna start my spiritual journey, do some research and trying to find inner peace within myself and with the world. That's a big thing for me. I always take what's going on into the world very personal. I take others' views and opinions very personal, especially when it comes down to how I see myself as a man, as a black man, things of that nature. It may not make sense to other people, but some things trigger others differently. And those are some things that I have to learn to not take personal. The world is not digging its claws into me and trying to rip me apart. That's my own mind messing with me. And we have to get over that. We have to realize that. So anywho, hope you guys have a good night. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. If you didn't, as one of the comedians on Facebook says, God damn. But have a good night. Bye.